Hello students, the next topic that we're studying is finding counterexamples, and this will help you for your RCA 107. First of all, what's a counterexample? Well, a counterexample is an example that shows that what you are given is not true. Let's look at this example. B squared minus b equals b. How can we show that this is not true? How can we show that all of this is not equal to this? Very easy. We have to choose a number for b. And if when you choose that number for b and you substitute it here, here, and here, it shows that this is not true, then you would have been successful. Let's choose a number for b. For example, well, by the way, don't choose 1,348,000. Choose easy numbers. Usually you can just choose 0, 1, 2. Let's start with 0. If I choose b equal to 0, b equal to 0, let's see. Then this will become 0 to the second power minus 0 is equal to 0. I'm going to write a question mark because I don't know if that is true or not. Let's see. Let's operate this. 0 to the second power is 0. 0 take away 0 is 0. So you have 0 on the left and you have 0 on the right. So this is true. When we chose b equals 0, we got an answer of true. But we're looking for a counterexample, which means what we want to get is an answer that gives you false. How can we get a false? In other words, how can we get the left side not to be the same as the right side? Let's choose another number for b. Okay, so this time I chose b equals to 1 because b equals to 0 didn't work. So if b equals 1, then what I have here is 1 to the second power minus 1, because this b becomes 1, and that should equal, and I don't know if that's true or false, that will equal 1. Alright, so let's operate. 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1 minus 1. How much is 1 minus 1 is 0. So you got 0 on the left side. Let's see what we get on the right side. Well, we just have 1 on the right side, so we got, in the end, we have 0 equals to 1. But we know that's not true. 0 is not equal to 1. 0 is different than 1. So, you see? 0 is different than 1. So, 0 equals 1 is false. 0 equals 1 is false, and that's what you wanted. You wanted to show a counterexample. So you prove that when b is equal to 1, that's a counterexample because you get that this statement, this equation becomes false. Let's look at this example. N is greater than n. Alright, so you have to assign a number to n, whatever you want. Let's say 0. N is equal to 0. So let's substitute. You're going to have 0 is greater than 0. Does that make sense? Is 0 greater than itself? No. So in reality, 0 is equal to 0. So this example, 0 is greater to 0, that is false. Therefore, you have your counterexample. Instead of choosing n equals 0, could I have chosen n equals 1? Well, let's see. If I choose n equals 1, then I have n is greater than n. N becomes 1, and the other n also becomes 1. So we have that 1 is greater than 1, which is false. So if I get a false, I found what I was looking for. This is a counterexample. When n is equal to 1, then this statement becomes false. So that's another possible answer. Here is example number 3. Variables p plus q raised to the second power are less than 0. So we have two variables here, therefore we have to have two choices. So p could be 1 and q could be, let's say, 0. So let's plug those in. P is 1, q is 0. You raise it to the second power, and let's see what you get. 1 plus 1 is 1 to the second power. 1 to the second power means 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Now, what do we have on the right side? On the right side, we have less than 0, less than 0, less than 0. Is 1 less than 0? No, that is false. Therefore, these answers that I chose work. We have a counterexample. Our counterexample is that when p is 1 and q is 0, this statement is false, so that means we have found a counterexample that works for this inequality. Last example. Negative 4y minus 3y equals 7y. Let's see if this is true or not. Let's choose any value for y. Let's say that y is 0. Negative 4 times 0 minus 3 times 0 equals 7 times 0. What did I do? I just replaced the y's with zeros. 4 times 0, negative 4 times 0 is 0. Negative 3 times 0 is also 0. So 0 take away 0 is 0. So we got 0 on the left. What do we have on the right? 7 times 0 is 0. So we got that 0 equals 0. That is true. Since this is true, this is not a good counterexample because this is actually not a counterexample. Let's do it again. Let's try using a different number. Maybe 1. Y equals 1. So we'll have negative 4 times 1, negative 3 times 1, and 7 times 1. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 4 minus 3 equals negative 7. That's what you have on the left side. What do you have on the right side? 7 times 1, 7. Alright, so look at what you have. Negative 7 on the left, positive 7 in the right. This is false. Therefore, you found your counterexample. When y is 1, this equation is false. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time, and please go ahead and work on your RCA 107 and turn it in as soon as possible. Thank you.